Hello everybody, it's Rebecca here at Y Mermaids, and welcome to yet another Top 5 Wednesday. Top 5 Wednesday was created by Lainey at Ginger Reads Lainey, and the links to her channel and the Goodreads group are both in the description down below, so check them out if you have not done so already, and join in the fun. This week's topic is the top 5 books that you've read in one sitting, or as close to one sitting as you can get. I had a harder time thinking of books that I've read in one sitting. It's been a while really since I've been able to read a book in one sitting because work kind of gets in the way sometimes, or life gets in the way. I have to take care of, the house and groceries and the animals and my fiance and work and all this other type of stuff. So it was a little bit harder for me to think of books that I've read in one sitting, but I got 6, but I'm not going to include Harry Potter, so it's only 5, because I read all of the Harry Potter books in one sitting each time I read them, including the 7th one, which is a behemoth of a book, and I read it all. Well, I guess the 5th one's the biggest one. Whenever they came out, I just kind of devoured them that day, and wouldn't go to bed till I finished it. So yeah, I know the 7th book, when it came out, Deathly Hallows, I went at midnight, I got the book, I went home, I slept because I knew that if I started reading it, I couldn't stop, and then I woke up at 6 a.m. and just started reading, and it didn't stop till 8 p.m. and then I was done. So yeah, so I'm not gonna include Harry Potter because duh. So here we go with the top 5 books that I read in one sitting, or as close to one sitting as I can get, and they are in no particular order. So we're gonna start out with Twilight. That's right, all of the series, the entire series, all 4 books in the series. I'm pretty sure I read them in one sitting when they came out, or when I was into them, because I was obsessed for a good amount of time there. A good amount of time. I was a big Twilight fan, so I know I'm fairly positive that I read those in one sitting. The next one is The Lightning Thief, the Percy Jackson series, not just The Lightning Thief, by Rick Riordan. Again, I read these books and devoured them. I was living in LA, and I was living with my friend Wes in his studio apartment, because I was in between apartments, and it was complicated. And I just remember laying on my deflating air mattress and reading all of these books in the span of a week. So yeah. I also read The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins, all 3 books in this series, not all at once, again, different days or different times, but I did read them all. As soon as I picked them up, I couldn't put them down because they just captivated me so much. I've read this one quite a bunch since, because I've taught it to my 10th graders, so I haven't read it in one sitting in a while, but the first time I read it, I definitely read it in one sitting. I'm kind of doing this from furthest back to most recent, so that's kind of the order I'm doing here. So the next one is 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. This one, I was very captivated, and I know that I couldn't stop. I couldn't put it down because I just wanted to know what happened, and yeah, this one's really good, but it does have trigger warnings, so if you want to read it, please look into that first. And finally, the most recent read that I've had that I read in one sitting is The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. I read this one in a day. It was a snow day at school, and I know I got up a few times, so it wasn't one sitting, but it was in one day. I started it that morning and finished it that afternoon, and it was really, really good, and it's my favorite of all the Neil Gaiman books I have read so far. Well, that is it for me today in my top 5 books that I read in one sitting, or as close to one sitting. Again, I like to get up and walk around and then come back down and sit and read some more. Anyway, that is it for me today. I'll see you next time.